I don't know why this eyebrow looks so much darker. I think it's the lighting. My skin's been breaking out a little bit. I had really bad acne in high school. Not as bad as it could have been. But it was there. And I normally just covered it up with concealer, but obviously you can still see the acne bumps underneath. But in the past 2 years or so, my body has blessed me with having mostly clear skin. Thank you, body. That's the one thing it's got going on. But yeah, the past couple days it's breaking out, and it's probably because I've been having too much fast food. Yep. So it's definitely my fault if my theory is correct. So I gotta stay away from that. I think I've been a little stressed out, and I think I've just been craving the convenience and serotonin of it. So too much fast food. Oops. I recently started wearing bronzer. So I'm very much not a professional when it comes to applying it. I do know you're supposed to blend it into your hairline, so I at least have that going on. But I am liking it because I feel like it gives me a little more life in the summer. So yeah, I feel like I'll have a little more life. I need to go out in the sun more. I use this for my cheeks and my lips, and it's really nice. I used to exclusively use powder blushes because the few times that I had tried a cream blush, I feel like it made my skin break out more. Now I'm realizing my skin was just gonna break out regardless because I was a teenager. But this Mad Hippie blush specifically, if anything, it improves my skin. In elementary school, I used to always point at things with my middle finger. I did not know what that meant. I just would naturally use my middle finger for some reason. And I remember a girl told me once, and I felt like a heathen that I'd accidentally been flicking people off. Now I don't care. But at the time, I felt like a criminal. This is also a more recent addition to my makeup routine. For most of my life, it's honestly just been eyebrows, blush, and a little bit of lip tint and some concealer. But recent additions, a little bronzer, a little curling of the lashes, and then I'll do a clear mascara. Hey, I'm gonna be cutting my hair. Today I'm gonna be cutting some face framing pieces. Not too extravagant, but I really like having them around my face. I feel kind of drab without them, and they're super grown out at the moment. I once chopped my hair during COVID times, but it was like this. I chopped it. So I haven't done anything intricate before, but we're gonna hope for the best. Ignore my future sewing projects. Got my laptop here. I'm gonna pull up a tutorial. Maybe it'll be Brad Mondo. I don't know. First step is to wet the front pieces of my hair. All right, so I got the rest of my hair back here out of the way. Brad said we need to wet it and then you part it at like the apex of your head behind your ear. If you want to look up the tutorial I'm using, it's called Hairdresser's Guide to Giving Yourself Face Framing Layers and Not Ruining Your Hair by Brad Mondo. I don't feel like searching for more, and I feel like he's gonna do me right. As you can see, I have remnants of previous layers, so hopefully this is pretty easy to follow. All right, we're gonna mark how short we want it. This is what Brad did, okay? I might end up going shorter, but I'm just gonna start with the chin because I can make it shorter later if I want to. And I like to be able to tuck it behind my ear. So let me sit up. Not too much, just a little smidge. So we have our guiding piece cut to my chin. And he says to twist this side back because we're gonna deal with it later. Starting with a little triangle. Once you get your triangle, you're supposed to brush it sideways and find your little piece that you cut, which is proving a little difficult for me. We're just gonna go with like here. What'd you do, Brad?
Great, we cut the hair. Now we're gonna get, but I am cutting the hair. Oh.
Okay, well he just cut straight across, so. Okay, it's working. You're supposed to do the same thing with the rest of your hair. I can't tell if he cut it to match the same length or if he cut it shorter. I go a little shorter and then see if it looks correct or not. I think I'm supposed to match it.
Same thing again. Pull the hair all the way across and do a little chopperoonie.
I need to hold my hair better. This ain't working. My cat really wants to be let in right now. Now is not the time. We're doing the other side. It's gotta match even if it's bad, right? I don't know. I thought this side was gonna be harder, but I think it might be a little easier. I don't know if matching them, that's gonna be another story. Okay. We're getting somewhere. They're at least matching, so that makes me happy. I think I was cutting it too short when I was adding the extra layers because I don't understand the sorcery of being able to cut it all at the same length and still have it go like this, but it's because you're pulling it to the side, so that makes sense. I should have just trusted the guide. He knew what he was doing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and make this section even. Oops, hopefully that's not hard to do. All right. It's not perfect. What is that? Okay, well, I'm glad I started short. Honestly, it's not too bad. This side it doesn't look super blended for some reason, even though I feel like I actually followed the right directions more on this side. I did start hacking at it a little bit, so okay, I think I'm just being dramatic. Here's the finished product. I actually think I did a pretty decent job. I wish the sides matched a little bit more, but maybe it's only noticeable to me. This one has a little more Baba boom to it. Alright, here's the haircut a few days later. I like it, I'm not gonna lie. I think I had a little bit of anxiety when I first finished it, but I just love having layers here and I feel a lot cuter. So my hair does have a tendency to kind of like curl in when it reaches certain lengths, so that's okay. If I really want to, I can just get a little curling iron and curl it outwards. It's raining heavily outside. I'm reading, of course, my recent obsession. I've been feeling at peace. I made a ton of patchwork shirts recently, so maybe I'll do a patchwork video in the future, but it was a lot of fun and I think it was good for me to, well, the lights just flickered. I think it was good for me to just be able to do it in my own little space as I was getting comfortable, because I've noticed that I will sometimes stress myself out of trying new creative things because I want it to be perfect, and yeah, it's just a little nerve-wracking for me. I don't know why, but I'm realizing practice makes perfect, so I'm getting better and better.